leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives Live here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York, right by the Long Island Railroad.
Right by the train.
Yep. Tonight's show, because Richie's not here, so one of us has to remember to say Barasch and McGarry, right?
Yeah.
Tonight's show is brought to you by the law firm of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. Our friend Michael, our biggest sponsor. Thank you, Michael Barasch.
You are on your game tonight.
Johnny L is on. He's on the meds. He's on the meds today. Took the meds. So he's been on fire today, making calls, booking shows, doing all kinds of things. Yeah. The other day I was on the meds. What did I do? Oh, I did something for my neighbor. I don't know. They didn't know I was going to do it. I was just like looking to do stuff.
Are you sure they didn't give you methamphetamines instead of whatever you're supposed to be?
Yes. Yes, I am on rocking and rolling.
Well,
rocking and rolling.
Dose of Mucinex.
I got a couple of things that could use fixing around the house, so you know.
Happy birthday, Roseanne Sorrentino.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
I wasn't invited. I was gonna come anyway. I don't care because I love you. It's gonna bring you something, but I never got there. Never got there. So happy birthday.
Thank
My
you.
birthday's coming up next month.
Yeah,
So you're catching up to me.
I am.
I love what you're wearing there, the coat and the long thing going on.
Well, thank you, because I
Roseanne.
really got made fun of before, so thank you. I
love those long sweaters too. I think I said that once before. I think they're very nice, very classy, you know.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, our co-host tonight, I should have said that, Claudia Bonavita,
Hello.
Roseanne Sorrentino. Now,
And John LaRocchia.
two very educated women with a stunad in the middle, a stunad sandwich. Both of them, assistant principal. How far did you go? What did you do? You were like,
I'm a professor at St. Joseph's University.
holy crap, a stunad sandwich. Look at
There
this.
you go.
What is that giant thing that's covering up Claudia?
It's some sort of white.
It's a sanitation wipes. We're trying to hold up the picture.
Trying to hold up the pictures. Yeah, how about we do that?
You know what I say?
Is that better?
You know what I say?
Off the table.
During the comedy act, the timing, you're sucking the life out of my timing.
I understand, but you
You're
couldn't see the
sucking
lovely
the
Claudia Bonavita.
All right, so Claudia Bonavita's here. Roseanne's here. Very, very. Thank you for doing the show tonight, both of you.
No problem.
We need two people to make up for Richie.
Yes.
You know what it is? Richie makes so many mistakes. I try to get two people. Maybe you guys will catch up.
Make as many.
Yeah, maybe you'll make it, but it never happens. It never happens. Richie is off tonight. He has another rash, so he will be back in a few
That is an
weeks.
issue.
Yeah, he can't show you where the rash is
No.
because of HIPAA. You know,
HIPAA.
it's HIPAA. It's right.
Harassment.
It's near his HIPAA. So Richie's out there. I think he's doing a gig tonight with the rash. I think he's out doing a gig.
Good for him.
So yeah, he's great. But I'm glad you two guys are here. Claudia is going to be doing some shows for us coming up. I think 1 or 2. You're going to be on some shows, and had a very nice, lengthy conversation with the Dallas show. That's happening. The Dallas Stair Climb Memorial Event. Hey, Patrick, we are going out there to do a fundraiser to support one of the largest stair climb memorials in the country, 9/11. So we're going out there in April, and we had the guest on last week. He said it, which is really cool. We're hitting up a veterans retirement home.
Nice.
They are excited now. April show, he said last week, they are so looking forward to this show. He goes, John, you are not going to leave there without crying. These people are so can't believe that you're coming out there. And the reason I'm getting on a plane and going out there is not because I'm a nice guy. Because my wife booked a flight and said, get out of here for a while. Go, So, no, it's going to be John Salerno, our buddy out there, retired NYPD. He's putting everything together. It's going to be just a great a great time.
Yeah.
That sounds
April
good.
in Texas in April. That's a nice time. It's a
Is
nice
it?
time of
It's
year.
I
just
didn't-
before getting too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May,
yeah.
it's already getting too hot in Dallas.
So I have a question for you, ladies. Who does the laundry in your house? Well, you live by
I
yourself.
live by myself, so
Oh,
I
so
do
you
the
do the
laundry.
laundry. You do the laundry. Oh, I didn't mean to get sarcastic and nasty. I was just asking.
I do not let my husband touch my laundry.
I don't
Okay.
blame you.
Okay, that was just when it's
He'll
on.
throw
When it's on, or when it's in the hamper. When it's
when
you-
it's on me, it's not laundry.
Hello.
Then
All
it's
right.
different.
All right.
We actually wear matching.
So
outfits.
do you like doing the laundry, or you just don't like
No,
what
I
he
hate
does?
it.
Oh,
He
you hate
can't
it.
do it because I have all this like nice stuff, and he'll just throw it in the dryer
Oh.
and leave it for 2 days,
That's why my
and then
house-
it comes out like this. and
Yeah,
I
we
have
don't
to,
have
like-
nice stuff. So
Yeah,
we don't have nice stuff.
Do
that's
you
why
do
we
the
don't have
laundry?
nice stuff.
Do I do the laundry? I'm going to say no in general, no. But I think, first of all, she's not feeling well and she needs exercise. So she goes up and down the basement stairs a lot. And I'm letting her do that.
Oh, what a nice guy!
You're
because
always
she-
thinking of her.
I am. She needs the
Make 2
exercise.
trips, honey.
Yes. The door just got
It's
locked.
too heavy. Make
I will
2
not
trips.
be going home today.
Yeah. It's cold night to sleep in your car, LaRocchia.
No, I gotta say that I think it's therapeutic for her when she does the laundry. I think she actually, I don't want to say likes it, but I think it relaxes her, believe it or not. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll go down. She'll say sometimes, move the laundry, whatever, all that. Because here's what I found out when she was in the hospital twice this year. My sock drawer does not fill automatically. Like every time I look, my socks, there's socks
It's like
over.
loaves and the fishes. It's not.
I went down to 2 things. I called her in the hospital. I go, what's something wrong with the drawer? Right?
not
So she
making
says, you're an
socks.
idiot. Right? You're an idiot, which we know. So, but here's how I make up for it. She loves strawberries on her pancakes. She loves this recipe. She has these pancakes that she makes and she puts, heats them up with strawberries and blueberries. My refrigerator never runs out of strawberries for Paulie. There
you
are
go.
always some in there,
See?
right?
It's a give and take.
If I have to get up in the morning early and go to the supermarket, that. And the other thing, we never run out of eggs. My
Because
family,
of you?
because of me. I am the shopper guy. That's
You
my-
lay them?
The eggs?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, I buy them at many different places depending on the price and where I am.
Oh.
But my
Any
daughter,
clip coupons?
you know what? Would not be coupon people.
How much gas do you waste
Right,
driving
across
around
town
looking
looking for eggs.
sales and deals?
No.
So you save 5 cents, but
No,
you just
I-
paid $3
here,
in gas.
Stop and Shop usually has the best prices on strawberries in general. I go to North Shore Farms. I go to Stu Leonard's. I go to all these places. Stop and Shop. If I said to I want to go somewhere to get strawberries, I would go to Stop and Shop.
You know, it's the best price for strawberries, and I like
Lidl,
it.
Lidl.
Lidl.
But they're not
I
quality
hate
at what they
Lidl.
want,
No,
right?
I get the. Oh my God! I
I
just
hate
got
Lidl.
beautiful strawberries
Yeah?
there today. Yesterday.
All right, so
Yesterday.
I'll go if I'm in that area because we
Give it
go.
a shot.
We go. Yeah, see, that's how I felt when I went to the store for the first time, like
I
that.
don't know. There's like tennis rackets next to a can of soup, next to a,
Yeah.
small
I don't know
block
what Lidl you're going.
pasta.
We have the aisles
Hey,
of
Jonathan.
the goods.
Oh no, it's all mixed
No,
in.
they're right.
know.
They're
In my
right. I get
neighborhood.
it. I get it.
Can't stand it.
I want to go shopping with my friend Roseanne Sorrentino
We'll make a video. We'll go
because
shopping.
Johnny L 2024 has a few things. What is they called again? Things for the year.
Resolutions.
Thank you. See, educated. See? I want to go shopping with you because in 2024, I want to be Johnny L the comic t-shirt jacket guy with jeans and sneakers. That's the guy I want to be.
Here's what we should do.
Yes.
We should make a list
Yes.
of basic things, right?
Right.
Both have the same list. I'll go to Lidl. You go to Stop
No,
and
I don't
Shop.
wanna
and
go
see
with
who
this.
gets
And
This
we'll
is
the-
bet a bargain.
Well, we'll go together, but we'll see who gets the better bargain.
Okay, but we turned the page on that. You're getting like me, you're ADD. I'm talking about the next thing.
I'm
I
sorry.
want to go shopping to get nice.
Oh,
Oh, yes. What do you think I was
Oh,
We
nice-
didn't get that.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
get that because
Neither
I'm
one
on
of us
the
got
meds.
that.
You're on the meds.
I'm on the meds. So that's what
Because
I want
we
to
were
do.
talking.
Mucinex.
We were
Yes.
talking about fruit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I
You're
was
right.
on the whole
It's not us.
food,
You're right.
Lidl,
Him.
grocery
You're right.
shopping,
You're right.
and now he's all dressed in
But
a
don't
denim
worry.
jacket
You're
and
right.
sneakers.
We're gonna jazz you,
You are
up.
correct, ladies. I jump. And the other thing, the last thing I want to say is I want to turn back the clock. I'm doing my basement over. painting, new floor, and I want to get a poker table. And I want to recreate the famous poker nights.
Oh, with the dogs?
Johnny Carson, David Letterman. What did we say?
The dog one?
No,
Where the dogs are playing
Johnny
poker?
Carson, David Letterman. I want to start inviting comics, and get up to, or maybe the comics will rise as we play, right? And that's what I want to recreate in my basement. No cigars.
Sort of like Kramer, where he had like the Johnny Carson set.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Merv Griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah,
Merv Griffin.
Merv Griffin.
All
Griffin
righty,
set.
Bobby, are you ready for some pickleball talk? Hit me, Bob. And we're back. So the Laughter Saves Lives team went 0-5 the first week because they moved us into the A bracket. We got our butts kicked by teams that are very good.
man.
Had a little argument with one team because it's an
Ooh.
advanced beginner league and they were two intermediates and they were hitting it hard at my daughter, very hard. I said, guys, just return it to lighten up a little bit. It's advanced beginners league. So we worked all of that out. This week we moved down to the B section. 3-2, a very respectable 3-2.
Very good.
We came back from 2 games.
Well done.
Yes.
Well
so
done.
April
So was
9th.
it worth moving up? You were better off
No,
staying
I
in
didn't
the
want to
B.
move. We had to move up because we won too many games.
Oh.
They moved us up and somebody called in sick. April 19th, Laughter Saves Lives pickleball fundraiser / comedy night. Pickleball and comedy.
Ooh.
Sign up at the club on the phone. You'll see the flyer. We'll make it in a few
'Cause
weeks.
When I think of a night out, I think pickleball and
Pickleball.
comedy.
I think a pickle, but that's a
Well,
whole nother.
Well, listen.
So I'm sitting around on Facebook today, right? And I'm saying, oh, it's getting a little cold. I see Florida is cold. And then I see my old friend, Joanne Scotto, married to my an ex-captain of mine from the FDNY who became chief, Joe Scotto, is making lentil soup.
I
and
love
soup.
lentil soup.
She's making the
Lentil
soup
soup.
and then the soup.
I'll
Lentil soup.
translate.
So I said, Joanne, come on and tell us how you make that wonderful lentil soup. Let's in for Joanne Scotto from Florida. She's in Florida. It was 56 down there today, and she decided to make some lentil soup. Joanne!
Hi there.
Joanne.
Hi there. How are you?
So you're making can we call you, you're an Italian grandma, yes?
Oh, yes.
So the soup has got to be good. How do you make this soup? Because it looked delicious. Heads up.
Okay. Well, I think I sent you the recipe. You could put that up there. But
Yes,
I,
get it up.
I start by putting a little olive oil in a pan. I saute about a pound of loose hot sausage, Italian sausage,
My
chopped
favorite.
onions, chopped celery, chopped carrots. And then I rinse my lentils, about a pound bag of lentils, rinse them, put them in, about 6 cups of water, a half a can of crushed tomatoes, whatever brand you like. And then I bring it to a boil, lower the temperature, cover it, leave the cover a little bit slightly off. There's the recipe. And simmer it for about 2 hours. Make a little ditalini on the side or whatever you prefer, elbows, whatever kind of macaroni you like. I boil that on the side, put a little bit of that in the dish, then the soup. And I also sent you a picture.
Yes,
of the
let's see that.
That looks
I could
delicious.
swim in that.
That looks delicious.
you-
Are you jarring any of this up and shipping it up to New York at all?
I'll take a jar.
Many things have been frozen and then put in my cooler, and I've driven up with it, but I didn't do that with this
Do you put any meat in it?
Yes,
My mother
yeah,
used to
sausage.
put sausage.
Oh, the hot
Okay.
sausage. I
Well,
put
man,
hot
did-
sausage in it.
Did you
Hot.
have any tasters there other than yourself today?
My husband,
Can he stick his face in there and tell us how it is?
Joe,
Oh, he's
I'd
already.
like you to come and tell them how the lentil soup is.
While Joe's coming, by the way, we will put that recipe up
Yes.
on our Laughter Saves Lives Facebook page so
Yes.
everybody
Okay.
can bake it.
Yes, I will be downloading that.
This is now. Well, let me just set him up. This was my captain in the city. He was in Engine 3. I was across the floor in 12 truck in Manhattan. I came out of Proby School. This was my first house I went to. This man was a leader. He was a wonderful guy. And after he retired, I go to Florida. These two have me over their house for dinner And I did laundry. Did I not, Joanne?
Yes, you did.
And I did laundry. Wasn't my undies, but I did laundry. Wonderful, wonderful people. We hope we can get to come back and do a show. Joe, how was the lentil soup?
It was probably one of her better soups. She makes chicken soup. She makes a beef soup, but the lentil soup with the hot sausage, magnifique.
That's
Oh,
great.
Look at that.
Well, when I saw you on Facebook, we haven't seen each other in a while. I thought this would be nice to say hello, see how you guys are doing, throw out your lentil soup, and hopefully we're going to be down there in a few months, all right? And
Okay.
hopefully we get together. A lot of kisses going on
Oh
here.
my God.
Well,
Wow.
I just want to let you know we're going to be
It's the
50
hot
years.
sausage.
We're going to be 50 years married in July.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time. Yes,
Okay.
Joe.
John, where are you going to be in Florida?
I don't know yet. My wife has it on the calendar. Go to somewhere. You know, she puts it on the calendar if I haven't been in a while. You know, if I haven't taught on the road, she just writes down, "You're going somewhere." So
There you
pick
go.
one.
Very
Guys,
good.
I love you.
I gotta
Thanks for
say, it's
coming
better
on.
than the
Take
sausage
care.
that's hot in that house.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
We're going to go to break, and we're going to be back with, where are we? We're going to be back with Matthew. Matthew, how do you pronounce your last name? Simone. Matthew Simone from Bravo Foxtrot, United Veterans. We'll be right back.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
Matthew. Hey, we're back. All right,
Hey.
so Matthew moving. We're trying to bounce a little
I
bit
know,
here.
trying to-
All right,
Yeah,
so we're back with
it's
Laughter
perfect.
Saves Lives live.
Love
Strong
it.
Island Television, Paradise Studios. Thank you, Joanne and Joe, for coming in from Florida. Cold Florida,
Cold
56
Florida.
Today
today.
was a good day to make soup
Yeah,
in Florida.
I would take
Oh,
56.
look delicious.
Today was 26, 25.
Yeah, I didn't go
It's
out.
freezing.
So our next guest is Matthew Simone from Bravo Foxtrot United Veterans. Hello, Matthew.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How did we meet? I'm trying to remember. I'm all over the place, just talking to anybody.
I think it might have been an article that was put out.
Oh
on the
yeah,
patch.
yeah. And I'm always good. Hey, can we help you guys out? Let's do a comedy show. You know, that's what we do. Let's raise some money for Matthew. And he was so open to it and just so nice to talk to. So I said, why don't you come on the air and tell us a little bit about Bravo Foxtrot United Veterans. Are you a veteran?
Yeah. So
talk to us about your service. Where did you serve?
Yeah, sure. So 2006 to 2016, I served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation New Dawn, Operation Enduring Freedom. I was served in many class 5 missions throughout Northern Africa. And I was in the Navy. I was a part of the CNO, that's the Chief of Naval Operations, Priority One Command, the Naval Special Warfare Development Group. Yeah.
Thank you for your service,
Yes.
man.
Thank you for your appreciation.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. All right, so you come home, right? What made you want to get involved with some kind of charity or whatever for veterans?
Yeah, all right. That's
What'd you see?
Yeah, so that's an easy one. I came home, and what I experienced immediately upon discharge, unfortunately, I actually became homeless. I lost my my marriage. My home was foreclosed on. Couldn't hold down a job. Like I said, ended up homeless. Dealt with suicidality. And all of that fun stuff. And reaching out to different organizations was such a task.
Right.
It was impossible for me to coordinate all that. So once certain things lined up in my life, I was fortunate enough to be able to be in a position where I can pay it forward. So what we're doing here at Bravo Foxtrot is as far as facilitating the transition from civilian life, or rather from active duty to civilian life,
Right.
We're doing the outreach work. So we're actually going out there into these wooded lots that are scattered throughout Long Island, throughout all of our communities, throughout the nation, as a matter of fact.
Mhm.
We're bringing the services to them.
So a lot of these veterans like yourself, I would think, I know when I went through some depression or whatever, it was hard to get off the couch. Like I had to fight to think to get, and then I would go out and do stand-up comedy and get on stage and be like, and then go right back to the couch and be depressed. So I would think a lot of these veterans who have been through stuff like you've been through are not the type of people that are going to come in and open a door and go in and say, I need help, or make a phone call.
Plus
So
it's-
you know that because you've been there. So you're going out and saying, hey, they're out there in the streets. Let's go to them, make them feel comfortable.
It's probably a lot of work to coordinate all the services, correct?
It's impossible. It's not going to happen. You know, number one, you can't plug your cell phone into a rock. You may not have a cell phone. You certainly aren't in a mental space to schedule your appointments, make follow-up phone calls, emails. Forget about that. You know, I mean, this is it's a big gap that we're trying to bridge right now.
It has to be really difficult to go.
Guys, I'm sorry. Could you do me a favor, Matt? Could you just put that microphone towards your face? There, come on, we can do it. There we go.
Turn the bass. How many comedians does it take to tighten the microphone?
Thank you. We want to be able to hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So
I
you
was
it was
saying
hard to go from such a strict.
I can imagine it's hard to go from such a strict, structured atmosphere, and then so you're just sort of foisted back out into the world.
Did you say foisted?
Foist.
I did.
Foisted? That's a word?
It's a word.
I'm
I gotta
sorry.
write that one down.
You too, right?
Right. Yep.
These two.
You're
words.
just thrown right back into the world,
as
kind
I
of like
was
have
foisted.
fun,
Yeah, yeah.
enjoy your
If I
life.
say foisted to the wolves, I
Use
mean,
it.
maybe, right?
Use it now.
Yeah,
You
right.
sound smarter. That's what I'm going to do.
So so there's the military, and I often say this. Let me preface that with I'm a proud patriot of our nation, proud of my military service. However, the DOD, the Department of Defense, they spend so much. They have endless funding when it comes to preparing our service members to deploy downrange or enlisting into active duty. But when it comes time for our service members to transition back into civilian life, it's a far cry from what is needed. And we need to spread awareness about that. We need to do it fast because the suicide rates and the homelessness is something that shouldn't be hand in hand when we're talking about veterans.
No, absolutely not.
You know, we you ever hear of General Needs Ltd? Well,
Yeah.
Lonnie,
General Needs, Lonnie and Susan
Lonnie,
Sherman.
what wonderful people.
Great people.
Wonderful people.
Yeah.
And, you know, just the fact that they go out and they hand out boots to these guys pulling up in cars that are disheveled or whatever, that we have to do that for our veterans. Like when I did it one day with them and people saying thank you to me, and I'm like, thank you. Like, you know, I shouldn't have to do this. So what you're doing is awesome.
How long have you been doing it?
You know, with our organization, Bravo Foxtrot United Veterans, we've been around for 2.5 years now. we've been doing this 7 days a week. We're really out there. We're doing this. This is real work. Boots
How
on
many
ground.
how many people do you
I
have?
was just gonna say how many volunteers.
Yeah.
So in terms of we're short on manpower. We have so many people that are willing to volunteer, but it takes a certain criteria, a certain
Right.
resume to be able to actually go out there.
You have to talk the talk.
Yeah, talk the talk.
Yeah.
Right. So in terms of volunteers, we have something around a dozen people, but we have 4 or 5 main people that are really the heart and soul of Bravo Foxtrot. My wife, the counterpart, Jay Pinto, her father was a 9/11 firefighter by the way, out of South Bronx. So close.
Your wife, was she a veteran?
No,
Okay.
negative. No, she's
Well,
not.
thank her for her service, for help, for
Yeah.
being there for you and helping
And
you out.
volunteering.
She's got to be a special lady.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. And then we're looking at over 100 case files right now. Well over 100 case files of homeless veterans throughout our communities here on Long Island. And and like I said before, I want to put an emphasis on that this is a nationwide issue. It's not just a Long Island issue. So the numbers that are being reported now, in our opinion, are not accurate.
Right.
To say, as far as homeless veterans, because these men and women are not going into the VA. They're not taking, what do you call
surveys?
Surveys. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not getting the help that they need mentally, emotionally, physically,
Nowhere near, yeah.
So what kind of, other than getting them to sign up maybe for the VA service, is there anything that you guys actually do with them? Is there any, do you feed them? Do you send, anything like that? What kind of stuff you do?
So in addition to the outreach, where we're actually going out there, locating, building relationships, bringing food, survival equipment, clothing, we also have that at our headquarters in Bay Shore, so veterans can come in there 7 days a week. I think we're officially closed on Mondays now, but somebody's usually in there at some point. But veterans can always come in and seek out a hot meal, a conversation, community, and the resources and the resources to start that next step on retrieving those benefits that are rightfully ours.
Right.
That unfortunately we're in a position where we have to fight again for our benefits.
Your benefits.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Matt had sent me a video that it was pretty gripping. Matt's the one where you went out and spoke to a gentleman.
You talking about Don Claypack, rest in peace?
Yes. Why don't you talk a little bit about Don?
Yeah.
Oh, talk a little bit.
Yeah. So Don Claypack, we met Don, it's about 1.5 years ago, maybe a little closer to 2 years. We met him. He was in a wooded lot, in a tent, living out of a tent. He was missing some toes, frostbite. He also had diabetes and really in tough, poor health. Army veteran. He served when the bombing in Beirut. For those of you out there who may or may not know about it, a Marine Corps barracks in Beirut was bombed in the 80s, and we had a lot of casualties. And he was part of the cleanup crew. That's something that is just one story of many that we had. But unfortunately, Mr. Claypack, this forgotten hero of our great nation, passed away was maybe a week ago, a little bit more. It was tough for us.
Sorry
for us.
Sorry
Yeah.
to hear
That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So what, other than the, I hear you're working on a comedy fundraiser. Somebody told me that.
Yeah.
But other than the Laughter Saves Lives event that we're going to run for you, we're going to put together. Are there any other ways that the average person out there can help?
Can help.
Yeah, but anybody who'd be interested in helping can always visit our website. That's bravofoxtrot.org. What we rely primarily on the donating public and businesses, corporations to see the work that we're doing, to see the effectiveness of the work that we're doing, see the need for it. And to give us those donations, goodwill of the donating public. I mean, we're out here doing it regardless.
You accept donations like of goods, like clothing and things like that?
Yeah, material donations are accepted as well. There's a list out on our website, bravofoxtrot.org, that will outline the most needed items. And, one thing I always say is, as far as clothing goes, we accept new and like new. And although these men and women are living in these tents and living in squalor, we believe that what we wear and
it makes a
dignity.
difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good for you. It's dignity.
Yeah, I told the
Treating people
story
with
last
dignity.
week of the two presents that my wife bought me for Christmas. She bought me a beautiful sweater. I don't wear sweaters. She bought me this coat, this material I don't wear. And I said, she goes, let's return it to Macy's. And I go, why don't we give it to St. Vincent's de Paul? How cool is it for somebody to get a coat from Macy's with the
brand
freaking tag on it?
Big
And I just said
difference.
to her, try and buy something I like. But
But he digresses.
But I digress. Yeah, I digress. That's still a sticky point. And by the way, I still have my Christmas lights on. I will be the last one in Nassau County. No Santa, no nativity, just
Well,
the
we
lights.
took it down, but it's just piled in front of the garage.
Oh, all right. You got that pile. That's
I got to
spaghetti.
just lift open the garage.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah,
Stick
we
it in.
would love to work with you on a comedy fundraiser. In memory of my guys that were lost on 9/11, to do a show and raise some money for what you're doing. They would be very proud of me for doing that, and I would love to do it. So we're going to talk this week, and we'll get that together. Do you mind having two? I have two wonderful female comics that I know that would love to be on the show that are sitting next to me.
Yeah.
So
That sounds great.
So all right. So any last words you want to impart?
Yeah. I want to say we lost another two veterans that were very close to us. It's going to be Jason Martinez, Mike Sarbu, Don Claypack, all since the December 31st. It's a tough time of year for anybody dealing with mental health. And God bless our troops, and God bless the principles, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that made our great nation free.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And we have the website right there on our page there.
There we go.
BravoFoxtrot.org.
All right, Matthew, thanks so much.
Thank you.
A pleasure,
Matthew.
man. A
Nice
pleasure.
to meet
Thank you
you.
again for
Great
your
meeting
service.
you.
So much.
Great
Thank
meeting
We're going to go to break, and we'll be back with Ruth Ann Bernie Collins in studio for our First Steps to Service organization. They're going to have some doggies here.
Yay.
Some doggies.
Puppies.
We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
Zwanger Passeri has been delivering a true patient-centric experience for the past 70 years. You can always expect to be cared for with compassion, scanned on the latest technology, and a highly trained subspecialized radiologist to interpret your images.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
All right, we're back with Laughter Saves Lives live.
And we have puppies.
Here on Strong Island Television, and we
She's
got
not gonna
some
do it. It's just too
doggies in the studio. Now, a few weeks ago, for the first time, we had some animals in the studio, and we lost a squirrel. I think it turned up on another show. But tonight, we got some big doggies. They're not the little ones. So we're here with Ruth Ann Bernie Collins, and I'm sorry, Lisa, all right, from Our First Steps to Service.
Correct.
And what does that actually mean, Our First Steps to Service?
Well, we are a new organization, about a year and a half old, and Our First Steps to Service is dedicated to helping support the Guide Dog Foundation and America Vet Dogs. And our role is, as another nonprofit, we raise funds and do all kinds of activities and services to support the nursery and the breeding program of both the veterans and the guide dogs. Those puppies have to come from somewhere.
Right.
And we're getting more and more requests. And my heart broke for your last guest because our veterans tell us on a regular basis how it has changed.
The dogs,
changed lives.
Sure.
And so what we want to do is we want to help, because originally we would have maybe 100 puppies born a year, but the demand has been so high.
Sure.
We're now up to probably close to 400 puppies are born.
Wow. Wow.
That's a lot of puppies.
So who do we have? We have Sully, who's a 7-year-old black lab. We have Jethro. How old is Jethro?
Jethro's 6 months old.
6? He looks
He's
big.
a very big boy.
Wow.
And he's special. Tell us about Jethro.
Why is Jethro so special?
He's very special.
So Jethro, our organization deals with a lot of sports people that sponsor. So
Mhm.
Jethro's being sponsored from the New York Islanders.
Oh,
He's
got his New York Islanders.
Oh, does he? I didn't even know
Yes.
this. Oh, all right. So what's the process? We want to get a dog ready for a veteran, right? So the puppies are born.
Yep, the puppies are born. We have the Guide Dog Foundation is over 75 years old.
Okay.
The America Vet Dogs, we just celebrated our 20th anniversary. We're a sister organization, but we're separate because our clientele are different clientele. That's the only process. So we have a breeding program. We are rated as one of the top breeding programs in this field in the country.
Where are they located?
Right in Smithtown.
Smithtown,
Where
okay.
our breeding program takes place. My Sully that you introduced, she is retired now. She had 3 litters over a 6-year period. And she had a total of 29 puppies.
Wow.
Wow.
But
good
they
job.
she just had very big litters, but she did her job. Not every service dog is out there in the public doing it. They're having babies.
See,
So
now
there's
you
more.
know. Imagine if we were judged that way. Imagine if you were judged that way.
Right.
How many litters did you have, Rosie? Oh, I only had 2.
I only have
Oh,
2. And we're very proud of one of I put a plug in here. A couple of weeks ago, there was an article out about how the Joint Chiefs of Staff now have a American Vet Dog as their facilities. It was in Washington, and that dog is Charlie, and Charlie is one of Sully's puppies.
Oh,
now, do they
He
wear
must be
vests?
such a
Do they
proud
wear
mama.
vests at all?
Well-
Like when they're. Here's what I'm getting at. We tried. Laughter Saves Lives tried to sponsor a dog that the police were going to use. He was a what? But she was a I think he was a. The time I want him to come in, he's not coming in. What was the dog that we wanted to sponsor? Wear a vest. We wanted the Laughter Saves Lives logo on him in memory of the guys from my firehouse, and it never happened. Can we do something like that with these dogs?
What you can do, what we do have a program, is that you can sponsor a dog. You have to appreciate the fact that for our dogs, each dog that we raise, it takes us almost 2 years. This is
Right.
not a quick program.
Right.
As a former puppy raiser, and Lisa as a professional puppy raiser,
Right.
we take them from when they're 8 weeks old until they're ready to go in for their specialty training, which might be as a service dog or it might be as a guide dog.
Okay.
Because those are two different skill levels that they have. It costs us about $50,000 to $55,000 to get one dog ready.
If we
From
wanted to
birth
sponsor a paw, could we sponsor?
Just the tail.
Just
just
the
the
paw.
tail.
A little after
Maybe
saying
one
like-
of the whiskers.
All right, all right, but we'll have to do something. You know, we'll have to do. We'll do a show or whatever. We'll do something. I always like when I'm donating money from the foundation. I like that my followers. It's an amount of I can say, listen, we donated enough money to feed the dog for a month or something like that.
Yep.
Do you guys have those numbers?
We have all different kinds of programs.
Yeah, that would be
The
cool.
simplest right down to children. We have Girl Scouts. We had a little Girl Scout came to one of our programs, and she wanted to do something she didn't know what to do, and she was like 8 years old, 7,
Cute.
8 years old. And 2 months later, she came back with a jar full of pennies that equaled $300 that she had collected from.
that's so cool.
So we can go from
nice.
that all the way up to those big, gigantic donors.
Right.
Our role as our First Steps to Service is to help support that nursery program. So
I was gonna
that
say,
those
why
funds,
is it different that there's a nursery program
Sure.
and not the guide dog program?
Well, it's what we call a third party. We're a third party fundraiser. And the guide dog facility themselves, they can only do so many fundraisers and activities because they're busy raising these dogs. There's a lot of dogs that we raise. And so there are several. There's another nonprofit, little like us, called Friends of America Vets. And they do 2 little fundraisers a year. And it's just we're a group of ad hoc, hello, come on back this way.
Sully.
Back. I lost my thought. Oh, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to supplement the existing budget that we have. And because normally when you have puppies born, they were born in our nursery, but the nursery is too small. So now they're taken to homes where we have people that are trained, and volunteers that are willing to have puppies born in their house and live there with them for 6 weeks, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we have people that help support them. But one of the big needs that they have is that we need portable sonogram machines.
Really?
Because we only have the ones that we have in the facility, and
Right.
obviously you're not moving the dog's there. Now,
Right.
why do we need the sonograms? We need to make sure all the puppies are birthed.
Right.
We need to make sure if there's a problem, we can see if there's a puppy caught in the birth canal,
Right,
whatever.
right. Oh,
So we
wow.
were very proud. In our first year, we were able to raise enough money, and we were able to get them 1 sonogram machine.
Excellent.
So that's the kind of stuff that. So we're giving specifically to the short needs that they have, only because we're growing so quickly. And even with as much, you know what it takes to do for an organization to raise funds. And gentleman that was on before started his organization, and it takes a lot of manpower.
It does.
The people that are part of our First Steps to Service, we are all volunteers already at the foundation. But a group of us got together and said, well, maybe we can, with our gifts, because we all come from different areas of volunteering, that maybe we put our energy together and we can do and help supplement. So that's what a third party organization does. If the ability to just, well, one of the things we're hoping that we can get out tonight is the fact that this organization, our work that we do, supports the Guide Dog Foundation and America Vet Dogs. And if anything else, if you could let people know about both of those organizations and our organizations, that would be the best thing that we can have.
How can they find out about our First Steps to Service?
Our First Steps to Service, we're still developing our website, but we do have, we have a Facebook page that they can go to.
Okay.
You
First Steps to Service.
Yeah, when we do the show, part of that is to get the word out as to what you do. So I know with the Facebook posts, I'll put, if the people don't know the organization, we're doing fundraising, but here's what they do in a few sentences. So we keep blasting that out and blasting that out.
Yep.
Maybe people don't come to the show,
but
maybe they'll go to your website, maybe they'll make a donation, you know. So
right.
that's part of what we want to do. You know?
And we really greatly appreciate it. You know, we are new, but we're getting there. We've had some growing pains, but we had a really successful fundraiser in November where we wanted a lot of fundraisers geared towards adults, and we really wanted to do something for families.
Right.
And so what we did was we had an event at Top Golf.
I've heard about that
for
place.
families,
Yeah.
and a brunch. So a family, you know what it costs to take a family to the movies,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
By the time
yeah.
you walk
Oh,
out,
yeah.
so we had this event that was wonderful. They got to do the golf there for 2 hours of golfing time in this wonderful. I can't explain it. You got to go see it. It's outrageous.
I know. I've heard of it.
And
Yeah.
we had so they had the golf. They got brunch, and for 6 people it was $250.
Nice.
Where can you go on a Sunday morning with your family,
Right.
or your neighbor's kid that doesn't get to do
Yep.
things
And-
or
and
whatever,
play and eat and- yeah.
eat.
Nice.
And then we had all different. We had veterans there that you could compete against them to see who could hit the furthest drive, and we had a thanks to the Bonavitas.
Bonavitas.
They not
Made
only
a kissing booth.
they not only constructed.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They underwrote
Made a
and built
kissing
a kissing booth for us. So if you came to the event, you could get a picture.
And
Kissing
you got to meet
Jethro.
Jethro.
You got to meet Jethro and kiss Jethro. And
Love
so,
it.
so we had other activities for all ages. This way, if you have younger children that had to come, so that's the kind of stuff that we do. But we specifically work directly with the nursery and the breeding program because we want to know exactly what those workers need and those volunteers need to get their job done. And there
Love
must be
it.
something very curious food.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
loving that kibble. They are
Yeah,
loving
great
that
job.
kibble, whatever
Great
that
job.
kibble is.
Well, yeah. So
where
we're
is
in.
where is Jethro now? Does he live with a family that's being?
Jethro lives with me.
Okay.
Oh.
He's been with me since he's 8 weeks old.
Yep. All our puppies.
So all of our puppies are with us from until they're 8 weeks old until about a year and a half.
Oh wow.
Once
Okay.
they're in a year and a half, then we teach them socialization. So being in I go to most of all the Islander games. So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of noise, a lot of distractions that I can train him to ignore.
You going to train?
Yeah.
Now,
Train
what will
supermarket?
What will he be? Yeah. What will he be trained to
So
to
he's
do?
So most of our veterans have PTSD, so most of our training is from the PTSD. I don't know exactly who he will go with, but during the last month of his training, they'll pick somebody for him and
Transition.
cheek his training to whatever they need. But he'll learn. He's already learning. We're learning push command, so he'll learn to push things, open doors, close. Push the buttons on the door, automatic door.
Laundry. I need that.
He does know how to push a laundry door closed.
Yeah?
Washing
All
machine
right.
door closed.
All right.
That's amazing.
So,
Very cute.
and one of the things that we hear, we not only just need financial, which every group needs something, but we also need volunteers and puppy raisers. I mean, we have a very small administrative staff at the Guide Dog Foundation and America Vets. We have approximately, this will blow your mind, 1,400 volunteers.
Wow.
Because
Nationwide?
Nationwide. A majority in the East Coast, but we have them all over, and our dogs go all over the place. So it starts with a really sophisticated breeding program, which is just science, which you can't believe, as how they can match up these dogs the way that they match these dogs up. And so we've got the breeding program, and then from the breeding they go and I was Sully's, since she was trained and she was ready to go to her next step. They made her a breeder dog. And
Okay.
breeder dogs are really considered like almost the top 1% of the 1%. Think of it as a thoroughbred. Our dogs are
Right.
thoroughbreds.
Right.
Way of horses. And so then she stayed with me until through the she got very pregnant, and we had lots of interesting experiences. Seeing a sonogram of a puppy, a dog with
For the
puppies
first
is like
time.
crazy,
Yeah.
those kinds of things. So then when they're done and they're whelped from their mother, and the mother gets a break, she goes home, thank goodness. And then they go to a socializing program, a bridging program, I guess, in the nursery, where they spend a little time because they're still really tiny. Then when they're able to eat on their own, we have what we call puppy socializing. And Lisa and I are on a team, and on Friday mornings for an hour and a half, we have to go in and play with these puppies. I mean, someone's someone has to do
It's
it.
really hard.
It's hard.
Sounds torturous.
So when they're done with that and their puppy raiser is ready, they then go to their puppy raiser at about 8 weeks, and they stay there. As Lisa said, takes us a good process. But when they come out, these dogs are amazing.
Does every dog get to be a guide dog or?
Well, they get evaluated as they go through the process. Some dogs don't make it. It's a difficult process. It's a very demanding process.
Right. They don't make the cut.
Our dogs don't fail. People say, "Oh, I have a friend who got a dog because it failed." Well, they don't fail. Some dogs just can't click with certain things. Like our dogs that are guide dogs need to learn to go to the bathroom on your command on cement. Because if you're blind, anybody who's had the job of cleaning up the poop in the backyard and the grass knows it's pretty hard to do when you can see it.
Yeah.
So, there's a way of training them so they're on the cement so they can
Wouldn't even think of that.
amazing
Yeah.
details. You can't believe the details they can do. And some of the things that they do are just extraordinary. So they go after they're done with the puppy raiser. Everybody says, oh, I could never raise a puppy because I could never give it away. All right. And all I say is speak to one veteran or one blind person who has had boundaries removed.
Right.
And it's not just the veterans and the clients that are visually impaired. I'll tell just a really quick story if I could. We were doing an event. We do a lot of educational events. We were doing one over at, I think they call it Bald Hill, over where the monument is.
Right.
And there's a big car show there, like every year, like hundreds and hundreds of cars and bicycle gangs and groups. I mean, huge, thousands of people. So we had our information table there, and I happened to be close to where all the motorcycle guys were. And I'll stereotype a little here in the sense because he turned out to be he was just lovely and typical big, huge, tough biker guy.
Yeah. People say that about me sometimes.
Yeah, all the time.
Well, you're right there, right behind him.
Right there.
So he comes up to my table and he says to me, he goes, are you responsible for these dogs? And I'm like, oh boy, what do I do now? And I said, yes. And then this is what he told me. Big, huge, tough guy. He said, my friend went to Afghanistan, my best friend from when I was a kid. And he went off there. And when he came back from Afghanistan, there was nothing left to him. He was a shell of a person. Several suicide attempts, disconnected with the family, disconnected with everything. And then he looked at me and he said, and you people gave him a dog, and I got my best friend back.
Oh, wow. That's powerful. Yep.
And there are thousands, literally thousands of stories about how, and that's what we want to do. We want to help. Our organization is to help the guide dog and the vet dogs continue to do the amazing work that they do.
Excellent. Excellent.
I want to go home and hug my dog now, even though she's a Chihuahua. She would never be able to do
what
this.
What was the Facebook page?
Our first steps to service.
Our first steps to service. Go on
Facebook.
There. We'll be in touch. We're going to be working with you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys do amazing work.
Thank you for having us.
Sure.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Those
little
faces,
get
those
us,
puppy
get us out there.
faces.
And you need to come out and see our facility.
Yeah, we
and
could
see
do.
what
I
we're
wanted
all
to do a
about.
little video thing, have a little
Sure.
fun, and we want to do that. Yeah, good. All right, so we'll be right back.
No, we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
There you go.
We've got 2 minutes left. What I do want to do though is I would like to thank the owner of Paradise Studios, the man that runs Strong Island Television, Bobby Lacera, for helping us put tonight's show together. We had all live guests, puppies in the studio.
Yeah, it was not easy.
Our brand new table.
Oh, it was amazing. And I didn't tell Bobby that yet. It must have been a tough night because I think Bobby's in the back. I think. No, he's not. Great job, Bobby. Great job, Bobby.
You, Bobby.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Great job.
Where are you going to be the next few weeks? You going to have any shows?
Your show.
Which one?
The
Mighty Lions?
Yeah, Mighty Lions. I look at my calendar and all it says is John LaRocchia this night,
That's what
this
I put,
time.
yeah.
So then I have to text them and go, okay, where am I supposed to be? What time?
Always look
on a show.
Yeah, always look at the website, laughtersaveslines.org.
Always.
But last week I almost strangled Richie. What do we got? Because I was talking to him on the phone, and Richie says, "Oh, I don't know about the flyer, whatever." Oh yeah, there it is, Mighty Lions Foundation, right there.
There's me.
And Richie said, "Oh, what's the website?" I go, "You don't know our website?" So anyway, yeah, that's the. Do we have one more flyer? One more flyer, Bob. What is this one? This is what is it? Can you see it?
27th.
Oh, it's the next night. It's the next night. Yeah, we're going to be at the Wantor Fire Department Saturday, January 27th. Any more? We got 45 seconds. Any more? Any more flyers? Throw up one more.
Where's the pizza?
Oh, there it is, my favorite flyer. Now, listen.
February.
This is the first time we're doing comedy here. It's not really a comedy room. We're going to make it work. But this show is very special to me. Diana Cardona, who was my first volunteer at Laughter Saves Lives, who designed our logo, Laughter Saves Lives logo, had an autistic son who lives in a home. Every year, the sisters buy some food and some presents for the kids, And I always wanted to do something because Diana passed away 2 years ago. So we are doing this show in memory of Diana. We're going to raise a few bucks for the kids in this home. It's going to be a great night.
Nice. Very nice.
I think we're out of time. Good night, everybody. We're going to the diner.
Good night.
Take care.
Good night.
Great show.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play